Bonjour, je m'appelle Oliver Stone. Quand j'ai découvert ce que mes enfants apprenaient en classe, j'ai voulu raconter l'histoire des États-Unis comme jamais personne ne l'avait fait auparavant.
It was a study done as objectively as we could over 5 years. There was no predetermined point of view. I worked with a professional historian, Peter Kuznick, who teaches at American University for the last 30 years. He's an expert in nuclear affairs, and he had about 8 or 9 graduate students working with him. Everything was fact-checked. This was my first major classical documentary.
Et si Hiroshima avait eu lieu pour d'autres raisons?
La bombe atomique est totalement étrangère à la fin de la guerre.
Et si la guerre du Vietnam n'était pas une fatalité?
C'est votre dernière chance. Vous devez entrer en guerre.
Et si Bush avait écouté ses services secrets?
We must stop the terror.
In 2008, Mr. Bush made me wonder if he was an aberration because of his nightmare policies, or whether he was a continuation of policy in America. And after our 5 years of work, I think I have to say that he is not an aberration, he is a continuation, an exaggerated continuation. This 12-hour movie is essentially about heartbreak. It's about the loss of love and faith that I had in this country. America, as with every other country, has a certain amount of self-love. I would say in America's case, its history is marked by an excessive amount of self-admiration and love. We call it, in America, they call it American exceptionalism. There's this constant refrain that there's something special about America, that we do things for another reason that other countries don't, that we go to wars for a higher cause and idealism. It seems that since World War II, especially, most every president has come and gone, but the system has remained in place. The system being bipartisan foreign policy, Republican or Democrat, a military-industrial complex of enormous size, CIA that violates the oaths that it was given and has no business being in business the way it is, a Wall Street that controls the marketplace in a heavy, concentrated capital way, and a media that is apologetic and pro-government for the most part, and of course a Congress that is not able to question any longer the president and the executive branch, much less the judicial branch, which is on its own terms a Supreme Court. So there is a breakdown in democracy as it used to exist. The presidencies of Washington, Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln would not recognize this present form of government. They would not recognize it. National security, international security has become the beacon, the call for all Americans. So they don't know. They're being told by the government, you can't travel safely here. You can't walk into your airport. You can't go anywhere. You're under suspicion. You're under attack. This is an insane way to live. You can't live in fear. You have to live without. You have to accommodate your fear, and you have to face the world. And I find that there's a high degree of fear.